I would like to ask the Secretary what he's doing about this on a long-term basis. I know that you're already planting the seeds, but I think we should look at it from the global point of view, where the Philippines can become a power. We are now a power, for example, in the merchant marine. Practically all ships in the world are manned by Filipino seamen. If Filipino seamen would pull out, the international merchant marine industry would collapse. So, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman. Exactly, this is what we are trying to do now. We are preparing ourselves. Well, initially for the next 5 years on the migration program, and maybe even beyond the 5 years. Right now, we have a saying in the industry that the hand that rocks the cradle is who rule the world. And we are seeing this now because we are seeing a new generation of leaders, CEOs of companies abroad who were taken care of by our Filipino household workers when they were young. And somehow this creates an influence on the minds of these leaders now to prefer the employment of our Filipino workers, whether it could be for foreign governments or for the multinational or transnational companies. Having said that, we are now studying what we ought to do 5 years from now, or even 10 years now, in as far as the migration program is concerned. And we are doing consultation with the industry, we're doing consultation with the big companies abroad, and we are doing consultation even with the companies here in the Philippines. The government has just completed the education super highway study that was headed by Father Nebles of Ateneo and Dr. Mona Balisno. And I guess they will be presenting this in a month or two to find out what should be done to upgrade the Philippine education system. On our end, we plan to convene local industry leaders here in the Philippines in the next month or two, and we will even invite the members of Congress to join us to find out what is their projected industry preference, or what would be the direction of Philippine industry or even Philippine agriculture 5 years, 10 years from now, so that also we can give directions on our educational system on the preferential courses or careers that may be pursued by our students at this point in time. Then after this, we move to the overseas sector to find out from the companies abroad. Right now, we have requested our overseas labor countries to submit to us the 5-year development plan or even 10-year development plan of the countries where they are posted, so we can have a look and see as to what would be the kind of jobs that would be developing in these countries as time goes on. So these are the kind of preparations we are doing so that we can leverage also our skills as against the employment terms and conditions of those countries. Our directive is for us to continue bilateral representations, bilateral discussions with these countries so that we can arrive at a mutually protective agreement between workers, our workers, and their industries so that we can assure that the welfare and protection of our workers are preserved beyond our boundaries. Having done that is the only time that we consider allowing our workers to be deployed. There are now countries that are opening for migration, which were not the usual destination of workers. Yesterday, I have a communication that Norway, for one, is already issuing visas for job seekers, not for employment. No? They allow people to go there to look for jobs at a certain period of time. They should return. And this is something that we are studying right now because it's not yet subject to regulation because they are not moving for employment. The other one would
if I may interject, I have a former staff member who just left for Norway, which was a surprise for me.
Yes.
They practically begged them to immigrate to Norway.
Yes, Your Honor. So these are the kind of openings right now that even, that we have not seen in the past and we are experiencing right now because there is a preference for our Filipino workers to go there. So we are doing this in the next 3 to 4 months. We will be doing a lot of preparation planning so that we can assure that we will have the supply of workers and that the type of workers we have will be fit for the kind of vacancies not only here in the Philippines but potentially for other places around the world.
You know, Mr. Chairman, what is happening in these Western countries is that the number of babies produced by the mothers there, average about 1.1, compared to about 1.7, maybe 1.9 to countries like the Philippines. And well, because of that, Mr. Chairman, the demographic experts are saying that this is a strategic flow that could affect adversely their demography, and it would take something like 70 to 80 years to correct this. In fact, right now they're trying to correct it, but the couples there have gotten used to living with only one or even no children, and it has become part of their culture, and it's so hard to reverse that situation. Singapore is trying to do that now. I think, Mr. Secretary, there will come a time in the future, maybe not right now, but in the future where the labor market will be almost similar, will become almost similar in terms of power, the global labor market to the OPEC, where countries will be begging for manpower from the Secretary of Labor of the Philippines, together with the secretaries of other countries like Pakistan, India, Indonesia. But then our competitive advantage will be there, provided that we train our labor properly, that we address this global situation. My question now is the DOLE able to identify already countries? Well, you mentioned already Norway, you have mentioned some, but have you already done this in a more systematic, scientific basis, where you can already anticipate which countries are going to be the countries that will be demanding workforces in the same way that Canada, New Zealand, Australia are doing now?
Thank you, Your Honor. We are doing our homework in as far as the potential preferred places of employment for our Filipino nationals who we working with. Right now, we have just finished marketing missions together with the industry sector on the Middle East, where we brought together all the major employers in Dubai for a 2-day session with our employment intermediaries in the Philippines. And after that, we have gone to Qatar, because there's still a balance of about 125,000 unfilled visa application for Filipinas alone, after the President's visit to Qatar. Next, we have done Guam also, because we're looking at the potential.
Why is there a backlog? What's the reason for that?
It's the skills matching, Your Honor, because we have to produce more workers in the oil and gas industry.